Hey y'all, I'm Jo, and these are my toes. So today, I'm going to be watching When Harry Met Sally. A little background about me and my darling family. Where most relationships, the wife would be the teacher and the husband would be the one that works construction. We're kind of reverse. We don't really follow the rules. And he's a physics professor, and I'm a project manager. So he's also a hopeless romantic, and he loves watching chick flicks. And I've decided that for Valentine's, I should watch all the chick flicks he wants me to watch. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And of course, if I'm going to be watching chick flicks, I needed socks. So in addition to go into the store to find these socks, I also found this really cute card. It says, "We go together like popcorn and soda." So I love this card. We can't figure out who is who on this card because one of us would be sweet and bubbly, and the other one would be salty and filling. Honestly, I think I'm sweet and bubbly. He thinks I'm kind of salty. So why don't you guys let me know in the comments which one you think is which. So let's dive into When Harry Met Sally. Come on, y'all. Nelson Entertainment. I don't recognize Nelson Entertainment. Rob Reiner. Princess Bride. And I think New Girl. Billy Crystal. Meg Ryan, of course. America's Sweetheart. Carrie Fisher. I wonder who Carrie Fisher plays in this film. I don't think I know Bruno Kirby. Maybe I do and I just don't recognize the name. Harry Connick Jr. I forgot how much longer the credits are in these older films. Well, older than 2024 anyway.
And I turned to Arthur and I said, "Arthur, you see that girl? I'm going to marry her."
Oh.
2 weeks later, we were married.
Wow.
50 years later, and we are still married.
That's the dream. It really is.
I love you.
Well, they get really into that kissing. They don't always kiss like that on current TV shows. Check out her hair. I think they would call that Farrah Fawcett hair.
Sally, this is Harry Burns. Harry, this is Sally Albright.
Really?
I'll call you as soon as I get there.
Oh, call me from the road.
I'll call you before then.
I love you.
Oh.
You?
Wait, isn't this supposed to be a love story about Harry and Sally?
Sorry.
Grab?
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
I'll roll down the window.
Yeah, you probably should roll down the window.
That's why I'm going to New York. Like I'm going to journalism school to become a reporter.
So you can write about things that happen to other people.
Well, that was kind of rude.
You never meet anybody, you never become anything, and finally you die one of those New York deaths that nobody notices for 2 weeks until the smell drifts into the hallway.
Harry! That was kind of rude.
Amanda mentioned you had a dark side.
No, you're probably one of those cheerful people who dots their eyes with little hearts.
As much of a dark side as the next person.
Oh, really? When I buy a new book, I always read the last page first. That
What?
way, in case I die before I finish, I know how it ends. That, my friend, is a dark side.
That is indeed a dark side.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
Are they still talking about it?
Of course she wants to stay. Wouldn't you rather be with Humphrey Bogart than the other guy?
Now they're talking about Humphrey Bogart.
Married to a man who runs a bar. It probably sounds very snobbish to you, but I don't.
Apparently I need to watch Casablanca.
Then live with a man you've had the greatest sex of your life with just because he owns a bar and that is all he does.
Yes. So would any woman in her right mind. Women are very practical. Even Ingrid Bergman, which is...
I mean, women are practical, but to be honest with you,
What?
there's a difference between sex and sex with somebody who loves you.
Now just tell me.
Obviously, you haven't had great sex yet.
It just so happens that I have had plenty of good sex.
Of course, everybody stops what they're doing to hear Meg Ryan talk about her love life.
You did not have great sex with Sheldon. A Sheldon can do your income taxes. If you need a root canal, Sheldon's your man.
Fellow on the phone seemed to have an open mind.
But humping and pumping is not Sheldon's strong suit.
Humping and
Sheldon. You're an animal, Sheldon. Ride me, big.
What can I get you?
I'll have a number.
He's got a point.
But I'd like the pie heated, and I don't want the ice cream on top. I want it on the side, and I'd like strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real, if it's out of...
She's a very picky human.
What?
Nothing.
Wow, she really does have her whole life planned out, doesn't she?
You broke up with Sheldon.
How do you know we broke up?
Because if you didn't break up, you wouldn't be here with me. You'd be off with Sheldon the Wonder Schlong.
I am not with you. Well, if you must know, it was because he was very jealous and I had these days of the week underpants. And then one day Sheldon says, "You never wear Sunday." Where was Sunday? Where had I left Sunday? And I told him and he didn't believe me.
Where did you leave?
They don't make Sunday
Why not?
because of God.
I agree with Sheldon. If they didn't make Sunday, it's because Sunday was supposed to be laundry day.
Steve said.
You're only giving her a dime tip. Girl.
Do I have something on my face?
No, he's just shocked by you.
Amanda is my friend. So you're coming on to me.
Can a man say a woman is attractive without it being a come on?
They can, but they don't usually.
Just let it lie. Okay?
Great, let it lie. That's my policy. That's what I always say. Let it lie.
So I guess this is a situation of opposites attraction, huh?
Want to spend the night in a motel? See what I did? I didn't let it lie.
Harry.
I said I wouldn't.
We are just going to be friends, okay?
Great, friends. It's the best thing. Is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
I think this has been said in most romantic movies.
So you're saying that a man can be friends with a woman he finds unattractive?
No, you pretty much want to nail them too.
You say either, I say either. You say neither, and I say neither.
Neither, neither, let's go the whole thing on. Let's go the whole thing on.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
I guess people didn't exchange mobile phone numbers back in the day.
Well, have a nice life.
You too.
Did they already know where they're living?
We fell in love in high school.
Yeah, we were high school sweethearts.
But then after our junior year, his parents moved away.
But I never forgot her.
Aww.
No, her face was burned on my brain.
That's a way to say it.
Years later that I was walking down Broadway and I saw her come out of Tough and Eddie's. She was just as beautiful as she was at 16.
He was just the same.
So their hearts saw each other more than they saw each other. Mm-hmm. Well. She doesn't have Farrah Fawcett hair anymore. Sally.
Joe, I thought it was you. I thought it was you, Harry Burns.
What about you?
I work with a small firm. We do political consulting. Yeah.
So he's a lawyer.
This is Sally Albright, Harry Burns.
Well, listen, I got a plane to catch. It was really good to see you, Joe.
You too, Harry.
Bye.
I don't think he stopped to say hi to Joe.
From college to New York with him 5 years ago, and it was the longest night of my life. Well, he was going with a girlfriend of mine. Oh, God, I can't remember her name.
Amanda.
And this part I remember. He said that men and women could never really be friends. Do you have any women friends, just friends?
No. But I will get one if it's important to me. I love you.
You do?
Yes.
I love you.
Ooh. Is that the first time they said I love you? That's some pretty heavy kissing for the first time you said I love you. Why is he looking at her? Or is he just reading his newspaper weird? Hi, Harry.
Would you two like to sit together?
Great, thank you. You were a good friend of,
Amanda's. I can't believe you can't remember her.
I can remember.
You couldn't remember it a minute ago.
What do you mean? I can remember Amanda, right? Amanda Rice.
Reese,
right. I'm getting married.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yeah.
Who is she?
Helen Hilson. She's a lawyer. She's keeping her name.
What's Harry's last name? I don't remember.
The whole life of a single guy thing. Go back to her place, you have sex, and the minute you're finished, you know what goes through your mind? How long do I have to lie here and hold her before I can get up and go home?
That's what you're thinking.
Why do you keep saying what all men think?
You like to have dinner? Just friends.
I thought you didn't believe men and women could be friends.
When did I say that?
On the ride to New York.
No. I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
We were married 3 years, we got a divorce. Then I married Marjorie.
Then you got a divorce.
Then I married Katie.
Another divorce.
So I ditched Roberta, we go for coffee, a month later we're married.
That is not a true love story.
You know what I found?
No, what?
They just bought a dining room table. He and his wife just went out and spent $1,600 on a dining room table.
Good Lord, that's way too much for a dining room table.
Sally found someone. Well, Sally got the last good one.
Joe and I broke up.
What? When?
Monday.
You waited 3 days to tell us?
Joe's available?
You deserve more than this. You're 31 years old.
And the clock is ticking.
No, the clock doesn't really start to tick until you're 36.
God, you're in such great shape.
Glad I've already had 4 kids
Nah.
at 36.
What are you saying? I should get married to someone right away in case he's about to die?
At least you could say you were married.
Aww. Bless.
Now, and if you don't grab him, someone else will, and you'll have to spend the rest of your life knowing that someone else is married to your husband.
It's not a very good way to look at life.
So I say to her, don't you love me anymore? You know what she says? I don't know if I've ever loved you.
Ooh, that's harsh.
That is harsh.
I can't believe this. And the doorbell rings. I can sublet his apartment. The words are still hanging in the air, you know, like in a balloon attached to a mouth.
Like
with
a
it.
cartoon.
So I asked the movers, when did this woman book you for this gig? And they're just standing there, 3 huge guys, one of them wearing a t-shirt that says, don't f with Mr. Zero.
Who is Mr. Zero?
I said, you've known for a week and you didn't tell me? And she says, I didn't want to ruin your birthday.
It's just a symptom that something else is wrong.
Really? Well, that symptom is fucking my wife.
I love that they keep getting up to do the wave. That's awesome.
So I just happened to see his...
That's commitment to the team.
I don't think he's ever gonna leave her.
No one thinks he's ever gonna leave her.
You're right. I know you're right.
They never leave their wives.
Someone is staring at you in personal growth.
I know him. Harry Burns, he's a political consultant.
Helen Burns, kept her name. Helen Hillside. She was never committed to that marriage.
Also, he's obnoxious.
Well, this is just like in the movies, remember? Then they fall madly in love.
The lady vanishes. May ask him if he wants me to watch that movie too.
Hi, Harry.
I thought it was you.
It is. Yeah. This is Marie. Because every time anyone we knew got married, it ruined their relationship. They practically never had sex again. It's true. It's one of the secrets that no one ever tells you.
Doesn't apply to us.
We're so lucky we have this wonderful relationship. We can have sex on the kitchen floor and not worry about the kids walking in. We can fly off to Rome on a moment's notice.
Then why do you look so sad about it?
And the kitchen floor.
Not once. It's this very cold, hard Mexican ceramic tile.
Yeah, that's why they don't.
And the thing is, I feel really fine. I am over him. I mean, I really am over him.
That's why you just went on this whole diatribe about how you feel.
And every time I think about it, I am more and more convinced that I did the right thing.
I think you did do the right thing.
Well, you sound really healthy.
Yeah.
And she's still talking about it. Because she's not as over it as she says she is.
At least I got the apartment.
That's what everybody says to me, too. But really, what's so hard about finding an apartment?
It is New York.
What they could do to make it easier is combine the obituaries with the real estate section. So then you have Mr. Klein died today, leaving a wife, 2 children, and a spacious 3-bedroom apartment with a wood-burning fireplace.
But if he was leaving a wife and 3 children, wouldn't they keep the house?
What's the statute of limitations on apologies?
10 years.
Ooh, I can just get it in under the wire.
But you didn't actually say, I'm sorry.
Are we becoming friends now?
Well, yeah.
Great. A woman friend. You know, you may be the first attractive woman I have not wanted to sleep with in my entire life.
That's wonderful, Harry.
Good job.
We were both born in the same hospital.
1921.
7 days apart.
Wow.
On the Lower East Side.
On Delancey Street.
To the Bronx
He
when I
lived on
was 10.
Fordham Road.
Hers moved when she was
I
11.
lived on 183rd Street.
I love that they're talking at the same time, but they're not talking at the same time. I love that they're, I don't know. It's like when you read a manga comic and it's just like there's all the bubbles happening at the same time. I love that she's correcting him, but he's not offended by it, but they're just talking at the same time. But I don't know. I think this is the cutest couple of the old people I've seen.
Do you know where we met? In an elevator.
I was visiting family.
In the Ambassador Hotel in Chicago,
He was on the
Illinois.
3rd floor. I was on the 12th.
I rode up 9 extra floors just to keep talking to him.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, Harry looks so lonely.
No, I was watching Casablanca.
Now you're telling me you would be happy with Victor Laszlo than with Humphrey Bogart?
When did I say that?
When we drove to New York.
I really need to watch that movie.
'Cause I haven't been sleeping. I really miss Helen.
Well, she did take all your stuff.
And I was up at 4 in the morning watching Leave It to Beaver in Spanish. Buenos dias, Senor Cleaver.
I've never seen Leave It to Beaver either.
I'm not well.
Well, I went to bed at 7:30 last night.
Well, that's the good thing about depression. Get your rest.
I'm not depressed.
Do you still sleep on the same side of the bed?
I did for a while, but now I'm pretty much using the whole bed.
God, that's great. I miss her.
You keep saying that.
You know what I miss? I miss the idea of him.
Oh my God, she's so neurotic.
No, I miss the whole Helen.
Oh.
Now she's low maintenance.
Low maintenance?
There are 2 kinds of women. High maintenance and low maintenance.
And Ingrid Bergman is low maintenance?
Definitely.
Which one am I?
Oh, hi.
You're high maintenance, but you think you're low maintenance.
Definitely high maintenance.
But on the side. And then the salmon with the mustard sauce. But I want the mustard sauce on the side. On the side is a very big thing for you.
Well, I just want it the way I want it.
That's what makes you high maintenance.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Best last line of a movie ever.
So that's where that line comes from. I really do have to watch that movie.
Probably a 24-hour tumor they're going around.
You don't have a tumor.
How do you know?
A 24-hour tumor? That's not going around.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Will you be able to sleep?
If not, I'll be okay.
What'll you do?
I'll stay up and moan.
Good night, Harry.
Good night.
How is she reading but also watching Casablanca? That's very rhythmic.
Had my dream again, where I'm making love and the Olympic judges are watching. A perfect 10 from the American, and my mother, disguised as an East German judge, gave me a 5-6.
Your mother judged your sex.
12.
Yikes.
He rips off my clothes.
Then what happens?
That's it.
That's it? A faceless guy rips off your clothes.
You were having that since you were 12? That's... You know what that tells me, Sally? That tells me, Sally, that you are repressed and you need to break free. And you've never actually experienced any real lovemaking. Poor dollar. Poor darling. Poor darling.
Well, sometimes I varied it a little.
Which part?
What I'm wearing.
No, please, to repeat after me. Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper. There is too much pepper on my paprikash. But I would be proud.
But I would be proud.
To partake.
To partake.
Of your pecan pie.
Of your pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Would you like to go to the movies with me tonight?
Oh. Well, I'd love to, Harry, but I can't.
What do you have? A hot date? Is that what you're gonna wear?
Yeah. Well.
She expected him to not feel great about her having a date because she expected him to be catching the feels because maybe she's catching the feels. She's certainly not going to admit it to him unless he admits it to himself how he might be catching the feels. I don't even know if she's admitting it to herself.
You know, I have a theory that hieroglyphics are really an ancient comic strip about a character named Sphinxy.
How much worse can it get than finishing dinner, having him reach over, pull a hair out of my head, and start flossing with it at the table?
I'm sorry, he did what? I'm gonna have to rewatch that. He pulled a hair out of her head and started flossing his teeth. He did what?
Pull a hair out of my head and start flossing with it.
That's pretty terrible.
It might be months before we're actually able to enjoy going out with someone new.
Yeah.
And maybe longer before we're actually able to go to bed with someone new.
Oh, I went to bed with her.
You went to bed with her?
Sure.
How did you get her in bed?
I never had a relationship with a woman that didn't involve sex. I feel like I'm growing.
Are you finished?
Hey, I got a whole stack of quarters and I was here first.
We're not.
Was two.
We're not.
Was two.
Well, if he wasn't there first, he wouldn't be the one that was in there. So he was there first.
That's the point. I can say these things to her. And the great thing is, I don't have to lie because I'm not always thinking about how to get her into bed. I can just be myself.
You made a woman meow?
I think it's very interesting to me that Billy Crystal is left-handed. Honestly, I think there's a lot of left-handed actors. It's interesting.
What do you say?
Just have an early meeting, early haircut, early squash game.
You don't play squash.
They don't know that. They just met me.
That's disgusting.
I know I feel terrible.
No, you don't.
It's possible.
Get out of here.
Why? Most women at one time or another have faked it.
Well, they haven't faked it with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
But how can you know that they never faked it with you? If they just met you, like you just met her, you don't know what she really sounds like. She may or may not be sounding like what she really sounds like. It could be anything. Sorry, sweetie. a lot of us fake it, especially at the beginning when you haven't figured out what our different modes mean yet. Sorry, too personal. Moving on.
It's just that all men are sure it never happened to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
You don't think that I could tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Don't start moaning in the restaurant. Don't start moaning in the restaurant. Don't start moaning in the restaurant.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay, fine. Ooh. Start moaning in the restaurant. Good on you, Meg Ryan.
Oh. Oh, God.
Well, that's not fair. She's an actress.
Oh. 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 Oh, God. Yes. Yes.
Oh, dear. Making a scene in the New York diner.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, you will.
Here's a new bird. He sings a love song as we go.
Sing it, Harry Connick Jr. Haggling over a Christmas tree. Of course she is. She is so neurotic. Why is she getting the bottom? And also, why are they carrying it wrong? New Year's.
The next New Year's Eve, if neither one of us is with anybody, you got a date.
Deal. See? Now we can dance cheek to cheek.
When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. You catching feels, girl? 'Cause he is. What an appropriate song. I did a lot of kissing this year. Kissed my honey, and I kissed my daughter, and I kissed my daughter, and I kissed my daughter. And we called the other one on the phone.
Happy New Year.
And that was their first kiss.
And they had a social one night, and he walked across the room. I thought he was coming to talk to my friend Maxine, because people were always crossing rooms to talk to Maxine.
Oh.
But he was coming to talk to me.
I'm Ben Small of the Coney Island Smalls.
At that moment, I knew. I knew the way you know about a good melon.
I can't say I've ever known about a good melon, but I believe you, sweetheart.
Did it work?
He never even came over. He forgot this charity thing that his wife is chairman of. He's never going to leave her.
Of course he isn't.
They've been telling you that for years, sweetheart.
He's never going to leave her.
Of course he isn't.
You're right. You're right. I know you're right.
Then why do you stay with him? Because it's comfortable.
If she's so great, why aren't you taking her out?
How many times do I have to tell you? We're just friends.
So you're saying she's not that attractive?
No, I told you she is attractive.
Yeah, but you also said she had a good personality.
She has a good personality.
Are you suggesting women can't have both?
She could be attractive with a good personality or not attractive with a good personality.
So which one is she?
Attractive.
But not beautiful, right?
She's Meg Ryan. She's beautiful. Nobody's enjoying themselves with the date they've been brought.
I also wrote Pasteur is the Quiche for the 80s.
Where did I read that?
New York Magazine.
You know, that piece had a real impact on me.
It spoke to you, and that pleases me.
I knew it.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Well, I don't really feel much like walking anymore. I think I'll get a cab.
I'll go with you.
Great.
Good thing they were planning on waiting on it. No, they didn't wait on it at all.
A man came to me and said, she lives in the next village and she is ready for marriage.
but she looked really nice to me. So I said, okay, we get married. We married for 55 years.
That's not really a... I mean, I understand arranged marriages work some places. I can't imagine the day you meet that person is the day you're walking down the aisle. No, sirree, Bob. Surprise, you're married? No. You need to at least shake the person's hand and see if you're compatible, like, at all. I can't imagine meeting. No. I don't think my parents would have picked the right person for me anyway.
I have to get this. I have to get this.
We're here for Jess and Marie.
I know. We'll find them something. There's great stuff here.
We should have gone to the plant store.
4 months later?
Why is this necessary in life?
I don't. Look at this. Also makes great fries. This is the greatest. Sally, please report to me. Look at this. This is the greatest. You're gonna love this. This is a singing machine. Look.
A karaoke, Harry.
Ooh.
Through the shutters and the ride, well, pop.
Who do you see, Harry?
It's my voice, isn't it? I know, it's terrible. Joe hated my voice.
Helen.
Helen?
Why would you still be talking into the microphone?
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Well.
Yeah, what's your plan?
See you.
Yeah, bye. Nice to meet you, Ira.
The only other Ira I know is from Mad About You, which is another one of those things. I'd never seen it before, and my husband has the whole DVD set, so he watched a lot of Mad About You, and I happened upon a lot of Mad About You while we were dating. He's such a girl.
Perfect.
No, you're not, Harry.
Trust me, she looked weird. Her legs looked heavy. Really, she must be retaining water.
Harry.
Believe me, the woman saved everything.
What does that even mean?
Look, it had to happen at some point. In the city of 8 million people, you're bound to run into your ex-wife. So boom, it happened. And now I'm fine.
I like those flowers.
I don't object to any of your things.
If we had an extra room, you could put all your things in, including your bar stools, and I
Well,
would.
honey, wait, wait. You don't like my bar stool?
That's how every couple feels when they move in together.
That sooner or later, you're going to be screaming at each other about who's going to get this dish. This $8 dish will cost you $1,000 in phone calls to the legal firm of That's Mine, This Is Yours.
Harry.
Please.
I was worried he was going to break it.
Because someday, believe it or not, you'll go 15 rounds over who's going to get this coffee table. This stupid, wagon wheel, Roy Rogers garage sale coffee table.
Well, if that doesn't tell you he doesn't actually like the table, there you are.
I was being nice!
He just bumped into Helen.
I want you to know that I will never want that wagon wheel coffee table.
I knew that's where she was going. I want you to know. Said in the, I want you to know how much I love you. No.
There are times and places for things.
Well, the next time you're giving a lecture series on social graces, would you let me know? Because I'll sign up.
Hey.
No.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? Harry, you're gonna have to move back to New Jersey. And I don't see that turning Helen into a faint memory for you. Besides, I will make love to somebody when it is making love, not the way you do it like you're out for revenge or something.
You tell him, girl.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't say a word.
But where did you get the wagon wheel coffee table?
Would you please?
Baby's breath.
Baby. Rosemary's Baby.
Baby.
Melancholy Baby's mouth.
Baby fish.
Ethel
Baby
Merman.
fish mouth.
What does that even mean?
Baby boom.
Baby.
Loudmouth.
Thing resembling.
Baby spitting up. Exorcist baby.
Baby crying.
Yes, sir, that's my baby.
No, sir. Don't mean maybe.
That's it. Time's up.
Baby talk.
Baby talk.
Why didn't you put like wah wah or mama or dad?
I can't draw.
Oh, that's baby. And it's clearly talking.
You're wonderful.
Who is this guy?
You want
I wondered who she was. At least they're both bringing dates.
But Sally hates baseball.
Harry doesn't even like sweets.
Julian is great.
I know. He's a grown-up.
Emily is terrific.
Yeah.
So they both discovered that the other one's not right for the person they're with.
Hello?
Are you alone?
Yeah, I was just finishing a book.
Could you come over?
What's the matter?
Aww.
Come on in. I'm sorry to call you so late.
It's all right.
I need a Kleenex.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to know why she's sad? She's sad because he broke up with her. Well, she's sad because they broke up because she wanted to get married and he didn't. Now he's moved on with some other chick and he's marrying her. He wouldn't marry Sally. So clearly it wasn't about marriage. It was about marriage to the right person. And you know what? Sometimes it's all about marriage to the right person. Poor Sally.
Betty didn't want to get married. But the truth is, he didn't want to marry me. He didn't love me.
He loved you. You just weren't the one.
What's the matter with me?
Nothing.
I'm difficult.
You're challenging.
I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
But in a good way.
And I'm gonna be 40.
When?
Someday.
Oh, come here. Come here. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. Oh, go ahead. It's not one of my favorites anyway. I'll make some tea.
Harry, could you just hold me a little longer?
Oh, sure. Oh.
Aww. Sally leaned in. Oh, there's tongue. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Are you comfortable?
Sure.
He can't wait for you to get off so we can leave. Just like he told you.
Well, I'm gonna get up for some water, so it's really no trouble.
Okay. Water.
Oh my goodness. Why does he look like a deer in the headlights? Neither one of them are acting like anything happened. I love her penguins. That's so cute.
You have all your videotapes alphabetized on index cards.
She's neurotic, remember? Hi, Chelsea Star. You want to come join me? You can be internet famous. If you come here, you get a treat. Jolie, you gotta come here. You have to lay down. You can't leave me, Chester. They closed the door. You're stuck here. I really do love the penguins. So did he leave at 3 a.m.? Yes, he did. No, sweetie, he didn't disappear under the covers. Okay, he didn't leave at 3 a.m.
Where are you going?
She must really like penguins. She's got a lot of penguins like I have a lot of zebras.
Do you want to come over for breakfast?
No, I'm not up to it.
No, I feel too awful.
I know.
Tell me I'll never have to be out there again.
I feel that way.
I'll never have to be out there again.
We just never should have done it.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm so relieved.
Great.
Now what are you going to talk about? I love crunchy lettuce. My husband does not. He likes his lettuce to be flimsy.
And then she tells all her stories, you tell all your stories. Oh, it's Sally and me. We'd already heard each other's stories.
He is not keeping up with you, bro.
Yeah?
Sure, Harry.
He's just trying to keep up.
Is Harry bringing anyone to the wedding?
I don't think so. What do you think?
Oh, Marie.
I think it's lovely.
Tell the truth.
It's very 80s.
It's just beautiful.
Big ol' arm sleeves and... Does have a train though. And a train veil too. So fancy.
Marie and Jess, and to consecrate their vows of matrimony. The vows they will take join their lives. The wine they will share
There you go.
finds all their hope.
There you go.
Hi.
Hello. You don't have to be so snide.
Nice ceremony.
Beautiful.
You can lower your nose just a little bit, Meg Ryan.
Boy, the holidays are rough. Every year I just try to get from the day before Thanksgiving to the day after New Year's. Would you like a pea pie with shrimp?
Thank you.
No, thank you.
It just happened.
It happened 3 weeks ago. You know how a year to a person is like 7 years to a dog?
Is one of us supposed to be a dog in this scenario?
Yes,
Who is the dog?
you are.
I am the dog.
That's not gonna go well.
If anybody is the dog, you are the dog.
I didn't walk out.
No, sprinted is more like it.
I agreed it was a mistake.
She didn't need the shrimp in a pea pod.
I did not go over there that night to make love to you. That is not why I went there. Don't go home tonight, Harry. Hold me a little longer, Harry.
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
That's what he's saying. There you go.
To Harry and Sally, if Marie or I had found either of them remotely attractive, we would not be here today.
It's not a great toast, bro. That's not how you carry a tree, boo. Okay, he's supposed to net that up and then you drag it by the trunk. I mean, you were rude to Harry. That's how you carry a tree.
It is also the season of groveling. I'd be more than happy to do the traditional Christmas grovel. Give me a call.
He's trying. Just admit that you're in love, you dum-dums.
The fact that you're not answering leads me to believe you're either B, home but don't want to talk to me, or C, home, desperately want to talk to me, but trapped under something heavy.
I didn't know that you were there.
What are you doing?
I was just on my way out. What do you want, Harry?
Nothing.
He misses you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's the same thing he keeps saying to you.
I gotta go.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What are you doing for New Year's?
I can't do this anymore. I am not your consolation prize. Goodbye.
It was the way you ask.
The 16th annual New Year's Rockin' Eve.
What's so bad about this? You got Malamar's, the greatest cookie of all time.
I need Malamars. I've never had them before.
Be a ball. Don't dare miss it. Speaking of the balls, that's what all of these people are.
That one didn't work.
Mr. Saturday.
I don't love his dancing.
Fresh air. Who needs to be at a big, crowded party pretending to have a good time? Plus, this is the perfect time to catch up on my window shopping.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm going home. You'll never get a taxi.
Oh, God.
She did a better job faking an orgasm than she did faking a laugh. For the record. Oh, is he going to her apartment?
I wandered around.
But she's not there.
Would make me be true.
Is he running to his apartment or hers?
I'm going.
It's almost midnight.
Hey, taxi! Taxi! Taxi!
Why would they have their light on if they weren't going to stop?
I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
He's got a point.
That is just like you, Harry. You say things like that and you make it impossible for me to hate you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Yay! Well, that's some committed kissing there, Meg. Our old lang syne.
What does this song mean?
We should hold acquaintances we forgot. Does that mean that we should forget old acquaintances? It doesn't mean that if we happen to forget them, we should remember them, which is not possible because we already forgot.
Well, maybe it just means that we should remember that we forgot them or something.
And then we fell in love.
3 months later, we got married.
Yeah, it only took 3 months.
12 years and 3 months.
It was great.
Beautiful
We had this
wedding.
enormous coconut cake.
Huge coconut cake with the tears, and there was this
I like coconut cake.
on the side.
Right? Because not everybody likes it on the cake because it makes it very soggy.
And that soaks up a lot of that stuff, so it's important to keep it on the side.
Right.
It had to be you.
Oh my goodness. That was fantastic. I never saw Carrie Fisher. Who's Carrie Fisher? And why is she not come on the thing yet? Okay. So that was When Harry Met Sally. I gotta say, it's not what I expected, but I'm not really sure what I expected. I think my favorite part of the whole film, I mean, obviously, when they realized that they were meant for each other, like, duh. You don't accidentally meet 3 times, and there's not some way that, I don't know how they didn't see it. If you meet the same person 3 separate times spontaneously, it's written in the stars, y'all. But I loved the fact that there were a bunch of old couples brought in to talk about how they met each individually. And so the more I think about it, the more I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Is there like some documentary that was being filmed? And are these real old people? I mean, obviously they're real old people. Are these real relationships? Are these really actually the story of this couple? And, they were holding hands so often and looking at each other with such adoration. I don't know. Maybe the writers just went walking up and down the street and said, hey, do you want to come talk about when you two met? I don't know. I think it's fabulous. And I feel like they looked like they were in some sort of love story documentary. And now I want to go find that documentary and watch that. But I digress. I think... I said at the end of when I gave my initial reaction to the film, I said I didn't really understand why it was called When Harry Met Sally. But after further thought and after considering, the old people meeting each other's stories, I think it's because they met 3 separate times. And they even talk about how they met. And so... yeah, I should have seen that, but I thought that was a really cool way to tie it back around after I gave it some thought. Yeah, I don't know, there's just so many layers to their love story. And, sometimes even if the person is right for you, you haven't become the person that you need to be in order to realize that's the person for you. Sometimes you got to have some personal growth. And I feel like my favorite part was that they grew together. They just developed into who they were always meant to be by leaning on the other one. And it really was because they didn't have the extra pressure about wondering, is he going to kiss me? Is he going to ask me to stay over? Am I going to go stay over with him? They were just friends. And I think some of the best relationships, they started out as friends. My husband and I started out as friends, but that's a whole extra love story. Maybe I'll go into that one day, but not today. Today, we're going to say Harry met Sally, and we're glad they did. So, appreciate y'all watching it with me. Drink your water, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all. Well, that was a lot of fun. I knew they were going to get together because, that's kind of the point of a love story. But I didn't know what was going to happen next. 12 years and 3 months. But they did. They finally figured out they love each other. Chester came in, and he's joining me. And he is purring like a furry little freight train. I love him. Oh my gosh, that was a cute movie. Although I do wonder about the name of it, When Harry Met Sally. Because they met, but that's not when they fell in love. They had to mature. That means different things for different people. They had some growth to go through. They had to go through, the parts of life that made them who they are. And they grew together. That was really cute. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that movie. And while we were shopping for cute toe coverings, we also found this cute card. It says we go together like popcorn and soda. Almost said Coke because I'm Southern and we say Coke no matter what it is. Sprite, still Coke. So